it's up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end.
And it's Tony Adams put through by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Welter! Patrick Vieira is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He stripped it away from Carr. Henry!
And it's Arsenal! Arsenal FC! With my fervency!
It's time to go.
That's to you, Terence. That is to you. That is one thing you will never, ever, ever live down. Well, especially on this channel. I'm never going to forget that. I'll never forget. It's the foundations, Diesel, the foundations. If you can't see it, then you're a numpty. But listen, I haven't buried him in a while, and to be honest, I really miss it. And you know what? Sod it. Should we just do it tonight? We will. But before we get to that, housekeeping rules. Housekeeping rules. And number one rule on housekeeping is obviously to give a shout out to all you lovely people here. So let me start from the top. Right, we have Omar in the chat. Big up Omar. Max Onley's in the chat. David Dundas, my guy. Jimmy D's in the chat. We've got Marcus Irish Red LFC in the chat. Hope you're good, mate. Who else we got? Our Arsenal First is in the chat. Big up yourself. We also have Football Capo. Sick name. We have the ever so lovely Miss Zoe Thomas in the chat. Zoe, hope you're well, my love. Sweetheart, gorgeous, stunner, you're powerful. Right, who else we got? We've got Craig Malloy, my guy Craig, big up yourself. We also have a first super chat, and it's also my cousin, my brother, my blood, Randy Viper, otherwise calling himself Randall nowadays. Big up yourself. Here we go. Tripod, come on. He's remembered my nickname. Tripod, my brother, my cousin, my homie, my doctor, my G. Come on, brother. I don't know, what do I call you now? Randy or Randall? I'll go with Randall because obviously that's what he says here. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're well, and thank you very much for that super chat. And we all know where these super chats are going, don't we? Yeah. Is it the steak? Is it the therapist? I've come to the conclusion, guys, that we're just never going to ever going to be able to raise enough money to get a therapist. The best therapists in the world have replied to me eventually, and basically after watching Terence on this channel, they've all come to the conclusion that they're just not skilled enough to help with our little situation that we've got here, the problem we've got, hence, which is Terence. So we're going to have to knock that on the head. Unless something miraculous happens. But Randall, thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Love you long time. Love you long time. Eh? Anyone who's been to Thailand will know what that means. Come on. Jordan Jones is in the chat. Big up yourself. Hope you're well, mate. Warren's Team Talk. Warren, who takes no prisoners. And can we also subscribe to Warren's YouTube channel as well? Thank you very much. We have AJ By in the chat. We've got Simon EK in the chat. We've got Mike England in the chat. We also have footy chats. Big up yourself as well, mate. Footy chats. Chris Davidson, my guy. Come on, Chris. Big up yourself. Hope the baby's well and hope the family are good, mate. Hope you're well. CG's in the chat. Lovely. We got Jeff Cross, top man Jeff. Jeff's here as well. Is that it? David P's in the chat. Big up yourself. James Still, or can I call you Jimmy Still? Jimmy Still's in the chat. Lovely. Oh, we've got some lovely people here tonight. We've got Shammy D. Shammy D's in the chat. Did I just see? Where is that name? Elliot Lintle's in the chat. Hope you're good, mate. We've got Tom. This is where I'm gonna butcher this now. Tom McGahern. Megahern. Is that right? Tom, thank you very much, mate. Hope you're good. We've got Niall Kane in the chat. I haven't seen this guy in time. Lundberg Camp. Oh, that's a sick name. I don't care what anyone says. I haven't seen you in ages. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, I see you months ago. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Thank you for joining us. David Dundas, I'm going to shout you again, bruv, because I love this comment. Looking sharp, D, busting the pink like a boss. Come on. Look, as we all know, I'm very comfortable within my sexuality, and I love pink, and it also suits my skin complexion, which is the whole reason why I wear it. And the birds love it as well. Look, you know, if we're being honest. Thank you very much. And Static, big up yourself. Static's here. We've got Tony Blackwell. Tony, hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. Hey, I hope you're good. Part of Terence's family, and even he knows he's a nut. So yeah, big up Tone. We've got TV Steve Harris. Guys, seen you in ages, Steve. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're well. Ronan O'Donnell. We'll get there tonight, I promise you guys. We've got Clem Elway in the chat. We've got Eagle in the chat. And I think that's about it. Rich Guitar Gamers in the chat. Is that it? Is that it? I don't like leaving anybody out, as you know. Andy85 is in the chat. Blimey. The legend that is Jez Collins. Jez Collins, the legend. I love this guy. Jez, I need to get you on, mate. Let me know when you're free, bruv. How can I reach you? Let me know how I can reach you, because I want to get you on. Hope you're good, though, mate. Hope you're good. And I think that is about it, guys. Liamar 97. Look, he just snuck in there. Just snuck in. Right. Now, on a more somber note, before we talk about and digest the state of this football club, Daniel Body as well, Steve Ball, big up yourselves. Thank you very much. Listen, I just want to say on behalf of myself and Terence and the whole Banster family, I just want to give a very special happy birthday to our dear friend Claude, who would have turned 59. And I just want to say, listen, look, all joking aside, this doesn't get any easier, to be honest with you. It doesn't. It doesn't. It still feels wrong in a way, me coming on here doing a stream without you. If I'm being totally honest, I'll never forget the way you took us in, Claude. I know you're watching. I know you can hear me. I know you're probably shouting at me right now because I'm being soppy, and that's the one thing you used to mock me about, because I can be quite an emotional guy. But listen, I've got to be honest. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't feel right. You know, me on this, when essentially you built this. It's yours, not mine. It's yours. And as much as we speak about, you know, rest in peace to Chig as well, and obviously being no age, you as well, Claude. 59 was no age, yeah, and you were taken away from us. I saw a comment from David Dundas, I think it was, earlier on. No, it was on Twitter, I think. And David, do you know what? You actually got it bang on, because I think you put something along the lines of what a lovely bloke Claude was. Always showed people generosity, and certain people just used him. Words to that effect anyway. And do you know what, David? You were absolutely bang on. And look, I'm not going to, this isn't the time to obviously, you know, delve into stuff like that. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that, because we both know I say things, and then I think I say things first and I think about it later. By that time, the damage is done. But yeah, you were bang on. But look, I miss him terribly. I miss the late night chats. I miss Claude rigging me, asking me a question, even though I knew he knew the answer to it. He just rang me to ask the question because that was his way of trying to have a chat. He wanted to talk to me. He wanted to talk to someone. He was lonely, you know. And I never once said, I'll ring you back. I never once ducked his call. You know, we spoke for hours on end. So many nights, just chatting rubbish, really. Talking about birds. Talking about Arsenal, talking about the good old days, anything and everything. We spoke about it, and those conversations for me are priceless. So listen, it doesn't get any easier, Claude. We miss you terribly. Thank you so much, and I'll always say this: thank you so much for giving us a chance. You didn't know us from Adam, you didn't know us, and you still took us in. And I'd like to think that obviously we did you proud. So, yeah, happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying it up there with your dear old mum and Chig. And, yeah, you're having a good time. And you're up there looking down at us, probably shouting at me right now. So I'm going to shut up before you totally lose your mind. But I just wanted to obviously share that with you guys and obviously get that out there, because I would assume a lot of you didn't know that obviously it was his birthday. So I just wanted to obviously start off the stream with that, because that for me is absolutely special. It's special. I miss him. I love the guy. Heart of gold. One of the biggest hearts you'll ever see. Would do anything for anyone, and he never ever wanted anything in return. And that is a fact, he didn't. And it still pains me to this day that a man as nice as that was used, abused, and spat out. It sickens me. And whether it's a year, 6 months, 2 years, 10 years, I can't forgive, and I certainly won't forget. So we'll just leave it there, people. But yeah, look, other than that, rest in peace, you, Claude. Rest in peace to Chig and your dear mum. Yeah. So yeah. But other than that, guys, as you can see, I'm on my own. Terence isn't here. He's obviously at home thinking about a certain someone, a certain Spaniard. And God knows what he's doing with those thoughts. I think we all know what he's doing. But there could be kids watching, so I don't want to do the actions. But let's just say we all know what he's doing. We've spoken. We spoke the other day, actually, after the 2-2 draw with Palace, and even then, this guy's trying to find the positives, shall we say? Trying to tell me that I can't see it. He can, but I can't. And that we should have won the game. Those were his words. We should have won the game. And in my head, I'm talking to him, and I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? Peeps, you guys in the chat, right? I don't know if you guys think I'm joking when I say this. I'm hand on heart, I'm really not. It's not a running joke anymore. It was in the beginning about the therapist, right? But this guy genuinely needs help. And I mean genuinely needs help. You know, he's saying it, and I'm expecting a laugh after all, like it's a joke. And this man is serious. He believes this. He believes what he's telling me. He believes that this manager is absolute class. Yeah, he believes we should have won that game against Palace. He believes that Arteta's improved every single one of these players. He believes that the foundations are so clear to see, to a point where me and the majority of you guys, we're the ones who have got the issue. We're the ones who have got the problem. Yeah? Like, I just don't understand it. I really don't. But the one thing I do know is that this guy needs some serious, serious help. And what I said to you guys earlier on about some of the top therapists I've managed to speak to and confer with, you know, every single one of them has turned around to me and said, I can't help him. That's not a joke, bruv. You know, I'm being deadly serious there. That is serious. I've got the emails. It's, you know, and that's worrying me a little bit more, if I'm honest with you, because these are the top people in their field. And if they're turning around and thinking, do you know what? I can't even do anything with this guy. I can't help him. And I'm going back to him saying, yeah, but I've been recommended to you. Like, you're the best. Now, you've turned around some proper, you know, you've got some right good cases. You know, do you know what I'm saying? You know, you've done the impossible. And they're turning around to me and saying, yeah, but Terry's a whole different level. Wow. But anyway, so look, I'm on my own tonight. Well, I'm not really, because you guys are here. So you guys are going to be my my co-host tonight. And I just want to start off, by touching on that game because, oh, yeah, by the way, I just wanted to let you guys know as well. I've just come back from Butlins, right? I went Bognor Regis. Yeah, it was, I thought it was a soul weekender, but it wasn't. It was called Disco Inferno. Yeah. So I was there for the whole 3 days. It was absolutely brilliant, right? And guys, I'm telling you now, I've already booked up for next year. They're doing a soul weekender in March. right? Anyone who's not been, I recommend you go. If you're into that music, right? And obviously, you know, all the other stuff, right? Then I'll tell you something now. Do yourselves a favour, book up and go. It was absolutely brilliant, right? It was Butlins, Bognor Regis. We stayed in the apartment. The apartments were lovely. We had a balcony and all that. It was absolutely proper, yeah, proper. I'm still recovering now. You're talking 3 days straight, drinking, having a laugh, getting in sort of 3:30, 4 in the morning. It was absolute class. I normally go to Caister, right, which is a soul weekender. But this time, yeah, we went Butlins, and yeah, I'm definitely doing that again. So all you guys in the chat who say you want to have a beer with us and stuff like that, book up for that, and we'll definitely have a drink then. But yeah, listen, right. So look, I want to touch on that game. Big up to Realist TV as well. Hey Diesel, how you doing? Could you make me a mod, mate? We'll get that sorted, bruv. I promise you, we'll get it sorted. We do have a lot though. But let me see what I can do. Premier Hotspur TV, Evening Diesel, and hope you're all well. And from a Spurs side of this, we both have managers out of their depth, unfortunately, mate. You couldn't be more, yeah, you couldn't be more wrong. Oh, sorry, you couldn't be more right. Let's put it that way. Right, look, let's touch on this game. Now, I managed to watch it. I watched it back, and I think I know what the issue is. And it's something that I've been saying for quite a while, right? That what I saw in that game, listen, I'm the first one, right, to sit on here, sit on the stream, digest the game, people, and basically say, look, the players were lazy, they were at walking pace. They didn't look like they wanted it, right? And but I can't really, from what I saw anyway, I don't think that's the case, or that wasn't the case in this game. Yeah, I am adamant now. Adamant. It's not so much the players, it's the manager and the coaching team. Because those players out there looked absolutely clueless. I do not care what Terence says. I don't care what all these Arteta sexuals or whatever you want to call them, these Arteta lovers, these Arteta suckers or whatever they are, right? Any of them say, we were outplayed in that game. Palace bossed us. I don't care what anyone says. First 5 minutes, we played okay, yeah? Other than that, judging by the title of this stream, it was typical. Same old, same old. And that's what I saw, yeah? So when I got people trying to tell me about foundations, it's the foundations, Diesel, the foundations. If you can't see it, go down the lane or whatever that crap is, right? No, I'm not the one with the problem here. You're the nutter, not me. You're the nut. You're the one who needs some serious help, yeah? Not me, right? Because whatever you're watching, it can't be the same as what we're all watching. And let's have it right, people. We can't all be wrong, can we? Yeah? That game was poor. Simple as that. It was poor. Palace, we allowed Palace to come to our ground, our yard, our house. They came to our house and they didn't even play for a draw. They weren't scared of us. They came into our house and they bossed us. Yeah? I don't think the players were lazy in that game. I coat off Aubameyang probably more than anyone, right? Because he's lost it. I don't rate him anymore. Yeah? Don't rate him anymore. A lot of it is the way he played us, in my opinion, last summer, right? Angling for that contract. I personally think if someone had have come in, right, and offered him similar type of money, he'd have gone, right? That was around COVID times. No one was going to give him that. He stayed for the money. He didn't stay for the love of the club. Let's have that right. He stayed here for the money. Yeah? I don't like his haircut. I think he looks like an absolute twat. And every time I look at him, yeah, and I see that hairstyle, for some reason, it just makes me want to slap him one. It does. I'm being honest. Yeah? I'm being honest. It does. Right? But the one thing I will say is as much as I coat him off because he's lazy and he's a coward for me, he's too nice. He doesn't have that aggression, yeah? I thought Aubameyang, work-wise, I see him tracking back. I see him winning the ball. Fair play to him. I will give him that. He did, right? He did. But do you know what, guys? That aside, this player, he's done. This guy is done. Yeah, and I've seen certain other channels where they're trying to make excuses, and it's always that main one, isn't it? This is the one that Terence uses as well. It's always the one where he had no service. Yeah, he had no service on, under a different manager he would thrive. No, I don't think that's the case anymore. I think he's done. He's slow. He's lost his pace. I'm seeing slow centre halves who aren't renowned for being quick. Yeah, they're catching up with him. I've seen Aubameyang have a 5-yard head start, yet these centre halves are catching up with him. Right, that was his one main asset, pace. Doesn't have that anymore. Yeah, the pace has gone. So as nice as it is to see him tracking back, winning the ball, doing this, doing that, ultimately, yeah, we bought you because you were a predator in front of goal, right? And you can have a poor game, but you can still get a couple of goals. You can score a goal out of nothing. And I'm seeing the chances that he's having, albeit he might not be having many, yeah? But the chances he is having, under Emery, they would have been buried 9 times out of 10. The same chances, by the way, that he's having this season and the same chances that he had last season, he is a shadow of a player. And I, for one, am disgusted that he is still our captain. I'm disgusted with it. Don't agree with it. Never have. Never will. Yeah? All right? That's number one. Number two, how many times did we have the ball, Palace close us down, and we lose the ball? I remember that one incident with Lakonga, right? And I ain't going to berate him too much because he's had a decent season so far, right? But let's have it right. That happened several times in the game. That weren't once or twice. Every time we got the ball, they closed us hard, yeah? Pressed us quick, yeah? Won the ball back. They bossed it. And when I saw, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I will be totally honest with you. Not many people are going to admit this, right? But I know it's a common thing. When we equalised right at the death, and I saw Patrick Vieira, legend, yeah, sink to his knees with his head buried in his hands, I can't lie. I felt sorry for him. I did. As glad as I was that we equalised, because I've always said, if you can't win, don't lose. Yeah, I felt sorry for Palace. I really did. And I felt sorry for him because they worked their asses off in that game. And really, they should have had us dead and buried. And do you know what? This manager, it's another get out of jail free card, isn't it? One of the luckiest managers I've ever seen. Because this guy ain't got a clue. I was watching him on that touchline. He ain't got a clue on what he's doing. He's winging this job, winging it. Week in, week out, game in, game out. And do you know what? It sickens me. Now, someone mentioned to me the other day that apparently the Arsenal winter merch is already out. Yeah? So what's that? 4, 5, 6 times now? Yeah? All different merch since the start of the season or since the summer even. I don't know any other club who's done that. Yeah? Arsenal, though, you're talking 4, 5, 6 times. That's all we are now. Yeah, it's all about money. It's all about greed, and it sickens me. Yeah, I find it very hard now, if I'm honest with you guys. My motivation in coming on this stream, yeah, nothing to do with you guys. You guys are the only reason that gets me to this laptop. Yeah, I'm so sick and tired of talking about this club. And I'm being honest. I know it's our job. I know it's an Arsenal channel, and I know it's what we're meant to do. I get that. I do get that. But I can't help it. It's the same crap day in, day out. And do you know what? Because it's a club that I support, unfortunately, you can't unsupport your club. It's not like you can change clubs. You just can't do it. It's unheard of, right? So obviously, you have to watch and suffer with this club because this club is going down the Swanee, and it's going down the Swanee really, really quick. Yeah. I had some Muppet message me earlier, and I know he's watching right now, but I had some Muppet message me earlier on Twitter saying, oh, where were you when Arsenal beat Spurs? Where were you when Arsenal beat Norwich? Where were you when Arsenal... And I just thought, you know what? It's that type of attitude, yeah? It's that type of Terence attitude. Because Arsenal win 2 or 3 games, yeah, I'm meant to just do a complete 360. No. Why? I won't do that. Why would I... You guys can do it, yeah, right? Because your ambition and your mentality is in the gutter. This is why Terence and I argue so much, yeah. Because I love the man to bits, my mate, right? But I don't like his mentality. His mentality stinks, I've told him that face to face. I've told him that on this stream. You guys know I've said it, yeah? And I say it all the time. His mentality and his attitude towards this club disgusts me, yeah? It's not a case of I just don't like it. I hate it, yeah? I hate it. And I have to argue with that all season, yeah? Because no matter what, he just cannot see the truth because he's so blindsided by this manager. And I know what it is. It's because he's a good-looking bloke, yeah? And we're in a day and age now where if you got some looks about you, it does get you quite a long way. More so than, well, let's be honest, less good-looking people, right? That does play a part. Of course it does. I mean, we've only got to see that big banner at the stadium, the best-looking Spaniard or the best-looking manager or whatever that nonsense is, right? That does play a part. And I know it sounds stupid to say this, right? But it is true. It does play a part, yeah? How can you be happy with what we're being served up? And this is my argument, yeah? This is my argument, right? This man has got a season ticket that they cost money, a lot of money, right? That you are depriving your family of, by the way, yeah? And you're giving that to this club. And what are they giving back? This is the argument we always have, yeah? Support doesn't go one way. It's two-way. It's a two-way street. The old school saying, it's a two-way street, yeah? What are they doing for us? What? More merch? Another kit? A new training top? A new jacket? More money, yeah? More money for them. So they're happy with mediocrity, yeah? But you guys are paying through the nose for that mediocrity. Why'd you do it to yourselves? Why? Gio, big up yourself. Gio Janelli, big up. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Love you long time. Love you long time. This is going towards my steak, by the way. Big up Diesel and happy birthday to the legend Claude. The Azuri won the Euro for him. Miss talking Calcio with him. Why is Terry still Arteta in? Because, Gio, the guy is a nut. He's not all there. He's mentally unstable. And his mentality is in the gutter. He accepts mediocrity. And you know what? I've always said, anyone who accepts it, anyone who accepts mediocrity, then you're getting what you deserve. Terry is the ideal fan for the Cronkies. Fans like him are what they want. They don't want fans like me or you guys in the chat. They don't. Yeah, they don't. We're a problem for them. Yeah. People like Terence, right? Ty, that guy, what's his name? On that channel, forgot his name. Julian, is it? Yeah. Those sort of fans, right? They're the ones that the Cronkies love. They're the ones that the Cronkies want to come through the door. Fans like us, they want to out us, yeah? Because while there's fans about like these guys, the Cronkies and Arteta and the coaching team and Vinay, yeah, and Edu, all of those guys can pretty much do what they want. They can do what they want. They can serve up mediocrity. We've all seen Edu in the interviews. Arrogance personified. Arrogant. The arrogance of the man. We don't have to tell you what we're doing. Who are you to ask us? Who are you to demand answers from us? Who are you? We're fans. This is our club, mate. We were here long before you got here, bruv. Yeah, and we will be here when you eventually go. Yes, you played for the club, but this isn't your club. You don't support this club, right? You're just an employee. Don't ever get that twisted. You are an employee. You get paid by the club. That is it. We love this club. We spend our hard-earned money, right, paying through the nose to watch this club and to follow this club. Yeah, that's what we do. Without us, there is no club. Without us, there is no job for you, Edu. Without us, you wouldn't be at that club. Yeah? Let's get that right. So, do you know what? With all that being said, guys, when I talk to you and I argue with Terence about support's got to be a two-way street, yeah? What are the club doing for us? I've just reeled you off all those points as to why it should be a two-way street and to why it isn't currently being a two-way street, but it should be, yeah? This club are doing nothing to us or nothing for us, shall I say. All they're doing to us is mugging us off. That's all they're doing. Yeah? They're asking us, they're not even asking us, they're telling us to bend over while they do us up the arse. And they've been doing it consistently, season in, season out. And don't get me wrong, a lot more fans now are starting to wake up and realise, that the things I'm saying and a few of the others, big up Jez in the chat as well, him as well, maybe, you know what, maybe Diesel has got a point. Maybe Jez, Lee Gunner, Kenny, maybe they've got something. Yeah? I'm not going to apologise because I come on in, I come all raw. Yeah? I'm not media trained. To be totally honest with you, I don't want to be media trained. Yeah? Because when you're media trained, that's when all the fake crap starts coming out. Yeah? I'm not into that. I'm into real, hard truths. Yeah? Talking honestly. Yeah? And hence why I'm on this channel right now. Hence why I'm doing this stream right now, because it is an absolute joke. Yeah? That game, I'm sure you can all agree, unless we was all watching a different game, Palace bossed us. I've never ever seen us play Palace where they've bossed us like that, right? And for that guy who messaged me earlier on about, you didn't say anything when Arsenal won those 3 games, you went on here, you went into hiding or whatever. Listen to me now, mate, right? This is a 38-game season, not a 3-game season. 38 game, yeah? Arsenal, just to educate you, bruv, because I'm sure you're a kid, I'm sure you're a virgin, I'm sure you still live at your mum's, and the one thing I'm really sure of is you've never felt a pair of tits. So let me educate you, my brother, yeah? It's not a 3-game season. Arsenal, right, have a habit of turning up in 1 or 2 games max, yeah? And they have a habit, these players and the coaching team and the manager, of sitting back thinking, we've done it. We can have a week off now. We won the last 2 games. We can take our foot off the gas and relax. The fans are happy. We've won 2 games on the trot. That will do for the fans. No. Terence, maybe. In fact, not maybe. Actually, yep, that's a fact. And all the others like him. Yeah, they're happy with that. Yeah, I've said it to you guys before, right? Fans like them, all they want is their money's worth. They want to go to the game, yeah? They want to go to the game. They want to see 4 or 5 goals. They couldn't care less if Arsenal lose 5-4 or 4-3. As long as they've seen some attractive football when they've seen goals, they've got their money's worth, they go home happy, yeah? They don't want to see Arsenal, I don't know, fighting to a hard-fought 1-0 win. They want to see entertainment, yeah? Because that's what the Arsenal's like now, isn't it? That's what the Emirates is like for a lot of these fans. It's not an Arsenal it's not a football stadium to them, is it? It's the theatre or it's a cinema. That's how they treat it. Yeah? That's all it is. They want their money's worth. They want to see goals. Yeah? They'd rather see us lose 5-4 than see a boring Arsenal 1-0 win. And I am absolutely adamant of that. I'll put money on it. That is genuinely what I think, And this is the thing. So going back to that game, we was linked with Edouard, and I thought he played really well in that game, really well. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, do you know what? That's yet another player that we missed out on. It's another player that we could have got, yeah? Because he did openly come out and said he likes Arsenal. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing, yeah? When I look back at all these players, whether you want them or not, right? But you look at the likes of, I don't know, say a Wilfried Zaha, you look at Bissouma, yeah? This one, Edouard, decent players, right? And you look at it and you think, they've openly come out and said they like Arsenal. They've openly come out and said, I supported Arsenal as a kid. They've openly come out and said, I love the way Arsenal play football. They've openly said, Arsenal, the major main club, in my home, in my homeland, in my country. These are what you call buying signals. Now, any Wally in sales, right, will tell you that. That is what is referred to as a green light. Yeah, it's a green light. It's basically the player saying, come and get me, Arsenal. Hurry up and come and get me. I want to come and play for you. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, but Arsenal, typical Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Either they don't see it or they don't want to. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's like this love fest for Odegaard. What are you guys seeing that I'm not? Because I don't rate this kid. I'm sorry, I don't. I do not rate this kid. Right? I don't get it. So I'm saying Real Madrid, right? I've got such an aging team, right? when we talk about rebuild and revamp, Real Madrid are up there in terms of a club who seriously needs a rebuild. And I mean serious. Yeah. And yet, they were happy to let him go. And yet, they didn't even put a buyback clause in his contract. Yeah. In the deal. Didn't. Right. Now, Real Madrid and Barcelona are renowned for doing that. Yeah. They're renowned for doing that. On the off chance that player goes elsewhere and he bangs. Yeah. And Real Madrid have got a chance to buy that player back. They didn't do it with him. That's a red flag straight away. Red flag. Yeah. So not only did they sell him, and at his age, yeah, they sold him. They didn't put a buyback clause in it. Why? That's my question to you. Why? And from what we've seen, yeah, and for all this nonsense that Terence tells me, oh, he's just got here. No. He was there last season. He did nothing last season. He's been here now. He's done nothing. Yeah. Yeah, but he's got a free kick though. So he's got a free. Oh, sorry. My mistake. He's got a free kick. Sorry. So let's just forget those poor performances. Let's just forget the fact that in all these games, he's been anonymous. He scored a free kick. Yeah? He must be class. Scored a free kick. Wow. That just obliterates all the poor performances, doesn't it? He did one thing. Let's all jump for joy. Yeah? I bet Real Madrid won it back now, didn't they? Because they saw that free kick he scored. My God. Oh, some people. Jez, Diesel, mate, you talk the actual truth. Nice one. Someone who is with the Arsenal faithful. Come on, bruv. I will always speak the truth, mate. You know that. I'm going to put up some of these comments because I feel bad I'm talking. You guys are putting loads of comments in and I feel bad not putting them up. Chris Davis. Yeah, Chris, this is another one, mate. We are 5 unbeaten. Yep. 5 unbeaten. And do you know what, right? Do you know what really gets my goat? Yeah, and it's not just Arsenal who do this. I see this in most games now. Yeah. You know when you've not won the game, right? But if you've drawn it or you've lost it, yeah, and the full-time whistle goes, right? And I can only comment on Arsenal because obviously those are the games I watch. What is with this? What is this having a laugh and a joke with the opposition, right? I've never understood that. I don't get it. If you want to do that, go in the tunnel, right, where no one can see you, right, because the fans are angry, the fans are hurt, and the fans are fuming. You've just had a poor game, right? You've all played crap, yeah, right? You've allowed this team to boss you. And let's be honest, on paper, Arsenal squad, Palace's squad, you take an Arsenal squad all day long. That's a fact. That's not even a debate. That's non-negotiable. On paper, you're taking ours over theirs any day of the week. And yet, they come here to our house and they boss us. And you're having a laugh and a joke with them after the final whistle. What's all that about? Yeah? Don't you hurt like we do? Well, we know the answer to that. We know that they don't, yeah? Yeah, because these are all mercenaries. Let's have that right. They're all mercenaries. And I keep on saying it, guys, with all due respect to the youngsters here. But, you know, fans of a certain age who have obviously grown up watching proper ballers, proper players at this club, yeah? Right? Proper Arsenal boys as well. Arsenal through and through, yeah? I'm used to seeing them, you know, and I've got fond memories of those sort of players. And it's very hard for me. It's very hard for me to fast forward and try and get any emotional attachment to these players because I don't. I really don't, you know. When I said to you earlier on that I find it very hard talking about this club because week in, week out, I'm seeing the same dross. I'm saying the same thing. And the one thing I'm very wary of with you guys in the chat is I'm very wary of keep repeating myself like I'm a broken record. I hate doing it. I really don't, guys. I don't like doing it. I really don't. But at the same time, I can't lie. I just can't lie. I can't do it. You know, and it's getting boring now. Yeah, this club doesn't match my ambition. It doesn't match your ambition. Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't. You know, people tell me, you know, no one has got a God-given right to demand success or to be in the top 4 or to be in the top 2, the top 3. I disagree with that. I think we do, especially the fans. Yeah, because you're charging us the highest ticket prices in Europe, right? You've got merch coming out for what, the 6th or 7th time this season, more than any other club, by the way, right? And we're paying for the nose for it. You're mugging us off week in, week out, and you have been doing that for years. So for these fans who fall for it, right, and spend an absolute fortune, money that they're depriving their family of, by the way, yeah, and they're putting it into the Arsenal coffers. When people tell me we don't have a God-given right to demand the best, what's that's a load of rubbish? I think we do. You know why? Because we bloody well pay for it. Yeah, we pay for it. Yeah, I said this before. You know, you're paying what Waitrose? No, let me do one better. You're paying Harrods prices, Selfridges prices, and what you're getting served up. You're getting like a Poundland service, B&M. I mean, come on, let's have it right. Come on, let's talk the honest truth now, guys. No one can be happy with this. Yes, we've won 3 games. Not one of those games were convincing, other than the Spurs game. I will say that. Yeah, right. I thought we were brilliant against Spurs. Yeah, people can say, yeah, but Spurs were poor. Listen, you know, look, you got to give credit where credit's due. I've always said that, right? I don't like this manager. I do not want him here, right? But you got to give him his due for that game. Spurs were poor. Of course they were. But I'm not using that as an excuse as to why we won. Yeah, we won because we were the better team on the day. We went for them. They sat back, surprisingly, right? But you can only beat what's in front of you. I do get that, right? They didn't boss us once in that game. We bossed them. Yeah? But let's have it right, guys. When you see a performance like that, me, personally, I'm thinking, brilliant. Well done. Great stuff. Carry it on now. Carry it on. That is the level I want to see every week. I'm not saying we have to win every week, yeah? But that level of performance, you play like that week in, week out, there's not many teams in this league who are going to beat you. Yeah? But, yeah, again, we get served up the same old dross, same old Arsenal. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why I don't get overly excited. I don't get like Terence, yeah? Do you know what I mean? I don't see Arsenal win a game and then want to run down the street with the bunting out and have a street party, yeah? Because we all know that's what he did, yeah? He did do that, that's a fact, right? Tony Blackwell told me, yeah? That's his brother-in-law. Tony told me, right? He had a party, yeah, after Spurs, right? But now look, you know, we can't even beat a Palace team, yeah? Who are playing well, by the way, yeah? But it's not the result. This is what I keep on trying to get through to everyone. It's not the result, it's the manner. It's the performance. We were clueless in that game. And for once, look, the players are not devoid of this, guys. They're not devoid. You know, I've always said to you guys, and I'll make a statement here, right? Yeah. I will never, ever, ever, right, not blame the players. Yeah. The players are partly to blame. But at the same time, every time I watch the Arsenal now, I just look at them and I think, do you know what? I don't think it's a case of they're not trying. I just don't think they've got a clue on what they're doing. I genuinely believe that. Yeah, we've got some good players here. I'm not going to cope these players off. Or not all of them anyway. Some of these players, I think, are right good players. It's the manager and it's the coaching team, right? They look clueless under this guy. Yeah, and I don't care what Terence says. He has not improved any of them. They've all regressed under him. Yeah, Kieran Tierney is a shadow of the player he was last season. I don't recognise this guy anymore. Where is he? He's poor. Yeah, to a point where one more bad game, I want him dropped. Put Tavares in. Yeah, and you guys know I love Tierney. That's my captain right there. Yeah, but no one is safe from this team. No one is safe from the chop. No one has got a God-given right to start in this team. Yeah, you play bad, you're out. Yeah, it needs to go back to the old school way of doing it, but we all know it won't because we're in a world now where it's all everyone has to be nice to each other, and you always hear mental health and this, and you can't upset anyone, and if you do, you run the risk of being sacked. That's where we are right now. Yeah, if a manager has an issue with any players, you can't speak to the players directly. You can't call a player into the office and have a one-on-one like how you used to years ago. Now, you want to speak to that player or you want to try and resolve the issue, you have to go for the player's agent. Yeah, that's a fact, right? That is an absolute fact. And that is where we are at the moment. And it's absolutely disgusting. I hate how it is, life in general now. I do. I love the good old days. Do you know what I'm saying? But now it's all PC and it's all tiptoeing around each other. And it's what that's created for me. Well, that's created. It's created more grasses, more snakes, more scumbags, more wrong'uns. And all the decent ones, yeah, all the old school ones, all the ones who had morals, respect, yeah, loyalty, all that's we are a dying breed now. Yeah, and that's just life. And it's something that I'm trying to adjust to, and I just can't do it. Jake Semester, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're good. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah, Salah, I'll tell you something. Do you know what? It's hard, isn't it? I watched that. I look at Arsenal, I just think, do you know what? Why can't we play like that? Why can't we have a manager like him? Why can't we have players like that? You know, and this is what I'm saying. Do you know what? Our wage bill probably doubles what Liverpool's is. Well, I know it's a bit of an exaggeration, but it wouldn't surprise me. You know, and yet you see what they're doing, and you see what we're doing. We're winning these games, guys. We're not even looking convincing. We're winging it. I'm honestly, I'm convinced of that. We are absolutely winning it. Winning it? We're winging it. We're blagging it. This manager in particular. Yeah, and do you know what annoys me, right? Is that he's not even in danger. He's so safe. That's what hurts me more. That's why I find it hard to come on here every other day and do a stream and talk about this club, because it just winds me up. Yeah. Our club is not an ambitious club anymore. All they want to do is make money, and they don't care about the fans. You know, Edu's interview, the way Arteta comes out in his press conferences, you know, we're talking about two very, very arrogant men here. Arrogant. And they don't give a toss about us. They really don't give a toss about us. There's a part of me that thinks, if that's how you are with us, why should I give a toss about you? That is why I won't go to the ground. Yeah. Someone gives me a free ticket and it costs me nothing, I'll go. I'm not wasting my hard-earned money supporting this club by buying a ticket, spending through the nose, £10 a burger, 15 quid for a can of Coke or whatever it is. You know, train fare. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. This merch, some of the merch is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm tempted to buy it, but I won't. I'm telling you now, I won't do it. Out of principle. I can't come on here and moan to you guys about it and then I'll go and buy it. Couldn't do that. We have another super chat. Thank you very much. In fact, I think we've got a couple. Hang on, have I missed any? I'm going to do these super chats and I'm going to put some comments up here because I want you guys to tell me your thoughts as well, because we all know what I'm like. When I start, I can't stop and I'll just rabbit all night. Rabbit. Big up Chaz and Dave. Randall, if Jai, it feels so weird calling you Randall. I prefer Randy, man. Change it back. A suggestion: player ratings after every game. Do you know what? Good idea, mate. Yep. Yeah. Why not? Would you all tune in to watch it though? Yeah. Let me know. But Randy, thank you, Randall. Oh man, this is going to mess with my head all night. Thank you very much, mate. And yeah, why not? Why not? So we've got Suresh as well. Maybe well, Suresh always tells me this. By pirated, stream pirated, and boycott games 100%. We go ultra defensive, and if we get possession, no one knows what to do. Our midfield are AWOL. Absent without leave, for anyone who doesn't know what that means. Suresh, you bang on. And listen, let me tell you something now, yeah? When I watched that game, right, when Martinelli come on, yeah, this is one thing I noticed, right? Because I thought Martinelli played really well, and he really tried to make things happen. And we started playing a little bit better when he come on because he gives us that energy, yeah, that pace, that lift. But you know what? 3 or 4 times I see him have the ball, right? He's got 2 players on him. And I'm looking around at the other players. Not one of them helped him. It was like he was doing it on his own. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, why is no one helping him? Someone help him. Yeah, 2 players on him. What's he meant to do? You know, and this goes back to what I was saying, guys, about Arsenal. And I've always said this, right? It's one thing. We're average when we're on the ball. Off the ball, right? From now on, right? If you don't listen to me about anything else tonight, guys, right? Just take this away from this stream. Just take this one thing away from this stream tonight, yeah? When Arsenal play next, right? Just watch the players when they don't have the ball. When we don't have the ball, watch. The movement ain't there, right? They are so tactically inept at what to do. Off the ball, we are shocking. We are so easy to play against. Listen, these mediocre teams in this league, yeah, some of them are, right? When we play them, it's like Norwich, you know, we just scraped that. Norwich are the worst team in this league. The worst team in this league. That's the one team you look at and you think that's a guaranteed 3 points. That's not even a game where we struggle. That's 3 or 4-0. Yeah. That's a game that should be put to bed after 35, 40 minutes. Yeah. And yet we struggled in that. Yeah. We struggled. Teams who sit back and invite us onto them, yeah, we might beat them 1-0. Yeah. When you get teams who come out to play, yeah, and come at us, we struggle. And we'll end up losing it. Yeah. Those players we've got in that team are nowhere near as bad as what this league position suggests, right? It's the manager. I will never, ever, ever change my stance on that. This manager isn't good. He needs to go, right? It's too big for him. We can all see that. It's too big for him. And while he's here, we're going to sink further and further and further to a point that when he eventually does get sacked, and he will, yeah, he'll get sacked. Managers don't quit nowadays because they lose their, what they call it, a loyalty bonus or whatever it is, yeah? Look at Steve Bruce, right? Steve Bruce left by mutual consent. Well, we all know that's a load of crap, right? They've sacked him, yeah? They've sacked him. They've told him to go and do one. He knew his time was up, yeah? Weren't going to quit, though. I'll see a comment today about Steve Bruce from his own words. So, you know, it felt horrible to be, you know, everyone, you know, no one rated me. Everyone thought I was just this fat manager or whatever. Everyone told me I was no good and I was destined to fail, this, that, the other. And there's a part of me that's reading all that thinking, well, Steve, if you thought all those things out of pride, why didn't you, chuck it in? Well, hand in your notice. Go and tell him to go and do one. Yeah. But then on the flip side, I'm hearing he's walked off now with 8 million. If he'd quit, he'd handed in, you know, his notice, he'd never got that 8 million. Yeah. I can see why they stay. From a pride point of view, walk. Hand in your notice. You're better than this. Yeah. That should be the mentality that you should have. Yeah, walk. But then I think, would I walk? No, I wouldn't. What, say no to 8 million? No, I'm staying. You want rid of me, you sack me. But either way, I'm walking off with that 8 million. Yeah? But again, it just goes to show football now is about money, especially at this club. This club is done. It's been done for a while. It's hard to see it. It really is. It's hard to watch it. People think I exaggerate when I'm saying all this. You know, I've been 53 minutes now. I've been live, and I guarantee there's certain people watching this right now, either in the chat or you're at home watching it or whatever, and you're probably thinking I'm going a bit OTT. I'm really not. I'm not doing this for views. If that was the case, I'd be on here every single day doing a stream. It's not about that. I'm telling you now, categorically, I'm telling you guys, this club is done. We don't have the right people here to drive this club forward. Arsenal are a massive club. Anyone who goes to watch Arsenal in pre-season when they do their tours of Southeast Asia or whatever, unless you've gone to one of them, you really don't know just how big this club is. Yeah, no matter which country Arsenal go to, you know, they will pack it out. Yeah, we will go to pre-season and we will play against clubs twice, 3, 4, 5 times the size of us, and yet we will have the most support in that stadium. That's a fact. Yeah, Arsenal are massive club worldwide. Yeah, and you know what? It's such a shame to see this club being run into the ground, because what this club could be with the right people in charge, what this club could be with the right manager in charge, and what this club could be, yeah, some of these players we've got with the right coaching setup, Yeah. Some of these players would absolutely thrive. And I mean that, thrive. Yeah. We've gone several years now without really having any assets, right? Some of these players we've got are potential assets. Yeah. Some of them even world class, potentially, could be world class. Yeah. We'll never know that, will we? Because we have this clown as manager and his job isn't even in danger. I'm hearing all this about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and, you know, he's struggling and rightly so, because he's another one I don't rate. I think he's crap, right? He is the difference between Man United winning that league and coming fourth and fifth every year. Him, yeah? A manager makes a big difference, yeah? People like Terence will come in here and tell you, oh, I don't really care who the manager is. You know, no. Stop all that crap now, yeah? That's nonsense, right? Right? I'm telling you now, managers make differences. They do. A manager makes a difference, yeah, between winning that game and losing it, yeah, right. And we need a good manager, a top manager. I'm not into this. I'll take anyone. I just don't want Arteta. No, I did that with Arsene Wenger, and to this day I've regretted it. Yeah, I want Arteta gone, but I want a world-class manager. Yeah, we deserve it. We deserve it. It's as simple as that. Arsenal are listen, Arsenal are massive. Why not have a massive manager? Yeah. People can bang on about the Cronkies all they want. Arsenal have spent money. I don't get where this myth comes from about we don't spend money or we're tight or this, that, the other. Yeah. We've spent more money in the last 5-6 years than most other clubs. Yeah. It's the recruitment. We spend poorly. Yeah. All this nonsense about we track players by stat pad. Yeah. Well, that's worked out well with the likes of Granit Xhaka and all the other Rungans. We spend money here. Yeah. We also pay our players extremely well. The staff, Vinay, Edu, Arteta. What's Arteta on? What, 6 million a year? Yeah. Gone from the janitor to the CEO overnight. He's on 6 million a year. I feel sorry for these other managers who have to start down in the lower leagues and earn their stripes. This guy, because of who he sat next to on the bench, that's why he got this job. I look at Patrick Vieira, and don't get me wrong, I don't want Patrick Vieira as a manager. Love him as a player. Legend, yeah? I don't want ex-Arsenal players here. I never have. I don't want anyone to come in who's got an affiliation with this club. I want someone who doesn't have any affiliation with this club at all, yeah? Because when you do have an emotional attachment to this club, it clouds your judgment. That's a fact. Absolute fact, yeah? And what we're seeing at the moment is a manager who is completely and utterly clueless. He is. He's been here long enough. All this rubbish about people making that he's only been here, 5 minutes. He's not had a fully fit team. I'm like, because do you know what? Could someone in the chat please tell me why this manager is so protected? Yeah, it can't just be his looks. It's got to be something else. Got to be something else. Why is he so protected? Yeah. Why do the majority of these ex-Arsenal legends come out and protect this guy? Yeah. They played under a George Graham. Yeah. Anything less than George Graham should be an absolute disgrace in these players' eyes, but it's not. They come out and they back him. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Ex-Arsenal players are coming out and back him, and we all know who they are. I ain't going to name them on here, but they do. Right? We all know they're chatting crap. Yeah. And because they do chat crap, their opinion to me is irrelevant. Loved you as a player, right? But do not think I'm going to come on my stream and start sucking you off. No, because of who you are, who you were, what you did for our club. Yeah, years ago, brilliant, loved you. Yeah, but you're a pundit now. Yeah, and you're not speaking the truth. You're lying, and we know that you're lying. But because you're lying, you must think we're all a bunch of dickheads. Yeah, because we see the truth. Something ain't right here. Right? We're not in Europe for the first time in God knows how long. Yeah. 2 successive seasons finishing 8th for a club like Arsenal. That's not good enough. That's nowhere near good enough. But will they come out and say that? No, they won't, because they've got it so cushy. They've got it so comfortable. Yeah. Right? It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Mikhail Gahari, hope you well, mate. Big up Diesel the man. Are you going to watch this? Yeah, of course I am. Listen, yeah, I love. Listen, just because Arsenal ain't in it, it don't mean I'm not going to watch it. I love the Champions League. Yeah, because I watch that and I think, do you know what? That's where we need to be. We need to be in that. Yeah, I only want the best. I don't do seconds. Number one or nothing. And that should be the mentality of every Arsenal fan. That should be the mentality of every Arsenal player. You want to play in this team, start bucking up. And if you don't, you're not playing anymore. Sit on the bench. Yeah, sit on the bench. These players are playing every single week, irrespective of how poor they are. They know they're guaranteed a game, right? Bukayo Saka has been poor. I love Saka, but let's have it right. He's running on empty. He's shattered after about, 10, 15 minutes in the game? He looks like he's shattered. Yeah? Granit Xhaka's now out injured, thank God, right? Kieran Tierney, one more poor game, he's got to be dropped. Put Tavares in. Yeah? Ramsdale is the only one I look at and I think, do you know what? That is a player who I can say, yeah, is grabbing his chance. Yeah. Still early days, don't get me wrong. I'm not completely sold on him yet. But I've got to say, yeah, he's vocal. That's the one thing I want. Right? Leno's not as bad as people make out. I don't agree when people say Leno's, he's rubbish and he's one of the worst keepers I've seen. No, he's not. People are exaggerating when they say that. He's not that bad a keeper. My issue with Leno is he's too nice. Too nice. Head down, shy, quiet. Sod all that. I want a Peter Schmeichel in that goal. Right? I want someone who's got the bottle, a Jens Lehmann, a keeper like that, who's got a trap on him, who's got a mouth on him, a keeper who does not shut up throughout the whole game. A keeper who will dig out his defenders if need be. And if he needs to give him a rollicking, he will give him a rollicking and some. Now, from what I see of Ramsdale, I've got to be honest, I'm seeing that. Yeah? He might not be the name that we all wanted, and the jury is still out. But I've got to be honest, so far, so good. I know he got quite a bit of abuse for that goal that Edouard scored for Palace. And to be honest, I'm not going to go hard on Ramsdale for that. Could he have done better? Possibly. But let's be honest, in the games he has played, he has saved us. So listen, you got to take the rough with the smooth. He's going to make mistakes. All keepers do. I'm not going to jump on him every time he makes one. Yeah. But other than him, let's be honest, not one of these players is really putting their hand up and saying, yes, I'm the man. I'm going to take this game by the scruff of the neck. I'm going to win it for us. Give me the ball. None of them. Right? They're playing through the motions. It's like 11 strangers out there. And this is the problem. These Arteta sexuals, they can't see it. They're just happy we didn't lose. Jez, player ratings with you and Terry would be brilliant. Mate, yep. If I can get him on. Terence only comes on when Arsenal win a game, Jez. When Arsenal lose a game or they draw a game or they play exceptionally poor, for some reason, this guy goes missing. So, yeah, if I can find him, I will. AJ Diesel, I want a league title and the Champions League, the treble. Why do I get abused by other Arsenal fans for wanting the best? Because a lot of Arsenal fans are absolute muppets, AJ. They're losers, mate. They've got a loser mentality. Do you know what I liken it to, right? This is what I liken it to. I liken it to those Arsenal fans who, with that loser-like mentality, I can imagine a lot of them are married, right? Their wife is doing the dirty on them. Yeah, they're cheating on them week in, week out. They know about it, but they refuse to do anything because they ain't got the bottle, right? They ain't got a set of balls to stand up one day and think, do you know what? Enough. I'm leaving you. Go and do one. Yeah, they ain't got the bottle to do that. Yeah, so they'll just sit there and allow it to happen week in, week out because they're scared, yeah, of leaving and venturing out into that big wide world. Yeah, they're scared. That's all it is. So because they're scared, they settle. Why settle? Why not thrive? Yeah, but they don't. They settle. Mediocrity. It's the exact same thing with Arsenal. Yeah. Over the years, if you look, right, think about it, right, guys. Over the years, this club standards have been lowered and lowered and lowered and lowered. Yeah. Quality of player over the years has got lower and lower and lower, right? But because, and I said it the word the other day, and I'm saying again, subliminally, right? Yeah, subliminally. Yeah. And what that means is because the club have dropped their standards and dropped the that winning mentality, that hard work, that ethos, all those lovely, beautiful things that we associated with this club years ago, yeah, because they've all been lowered to such an extent over the years, subliminally, we lower ours without realizing, but we do. Not all of us, but a lot of us do, right? So when we talk about AJ, I agree with you. You know, we want Arsenal to win a league. I'm not content with the odd FA Cup here and there. I also don't think the FA Cup should be the benchmark for a manager keeping his job. I don't get why Terence keeps talking about the FA Cup with Arteta, because I've always called it fish and chip paper. Yeah, it's fish and chip paper, right? Great. Last season or 2 seasons ago, great. Now go for the big ones. Yeah? That's like me being in a sales job. And the last 2 or 3 years, I've not hit my target. But I hit it in 2015. I smashed it in 2015. That was like 5-6 years ago, mate. So what? Because you smashed it 1 year, that entitles you to keep your job? It doesn't work that way with us, does it? Us normal people, us normal folk, doesn't work with us. We get sacked. No sentiment in our jobs, is there? Let's have it right. Come on, right? There isn't. So why should it be any different for these people here? They ain't no different to us. Yeah, might have a bigger wallet, a bigger house, nicer car. Yeah, a better looking bird. Other than that, what else have they got? Let's have it right. How are they different to us? Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. You know, it's don't ever apologize, AJ and everyone else. Yeah. You know, because you want better, you want the best. Why not? Surely that's how we should all be in life, right? I say this all the time. And anyone who's got kids, yeah, are you telling your kids that you're happy for them to come 4th, 5th, or 6th? Because any decent parent I know wants their kids to win, want their kids to be number one, wants their kids to excel in whatever field they choose to go in when they get older. Yeah, you know, you watch your kids in a football game. You know, you want them to win every single game. Yeah, you're not happy if they lose, right? Or if your son's had a bad game or your daughter, you want them to win every single game. So why doesn't that transcend into the football club that you support? Why don't you want Arsenal to win every single game? Why do your standards suddenly drop when it comes to the Arsenal? Because the club have allowed it to, yeah? But because they have, it doesn't mean you have to follow suit. And this is why me and him argue so much, because I won't let this club fool me. Do I love this club, guys? Yes. Do I support Arsenal? Yes. Am I from North London originally? Islington? Yes. Yeah? Cool. All those things. Yes, I am Arsenal through and through, but I'm also not a mug. I'm not a dickhead. And if I see something ain't right, I'm going to call it out. And if I see the club I support trying to mug me off and all the Arsenal fan base, and they're doing it well, then I'm not subscribing to that. Why? Right? Through COVID, through the loss of jobs, through life just getting harder, bills going up, gas prices going up, all these things, right? Have Arsenal ever turned around to the fans who have season tickets? Have they ever turned around and went, do you know what? We know times are tough. We know times are tough. We know it's hard out there at the moment. We know we're not in Europe at the moment. We know we've come 8th. Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do for you fans. We're going to knock off a couple of £100 or something. Yeah. We're going to give something back to you. Yeah. No, they're not doing that. I ask Terry all the time, have the club ever said that to you? Have they ever sent you an email saying that they're going to give you something or they're going to try and give back? Nothing. So we've had COVID, we've had a loss of jobs, gas prices are going through the roof. All these things, yeah? Deaths, right? Not being able to go to the game, yeah? For what, a year? All these things, right, that have happened. And yet the club haven't had the decency to turn around and give something back. Something? And I've got to support that? Nah. Sorry, I'm not having it. Right. Comments. Where are we? Right, AJ, 80 likes. How many have we got now? You're watching for me, AJ. Tell me. Tony, totally agree, Diesel. They are so static off the ball. That's how Arsenal get caught out so often. They're crap. Mate, listen, as much as I blame the players, I do, the more I watch Arsenal now, the more... Look, that game against Palace, right? I don't think the players were lazy at all. Yeah, I did see a couple of comments on social media that they were just lazy and they didn't want it. I don't. And listen, normally I'm the first to agree. Yeah, this occasion though, in that game, that particular game against Palace the other day, I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that, guys. I think they were actually trying Arsenal. I just think they were Palace. They figured us out. Yeah, there is a structure to their team. They know what they're doing. Everybody knows their job. And I look at Arsenal and I just think, they're just week to week, they're just clueless. And I ask myself, to be that clueless in every single game I've seen so far, other than the Spurs game, yeah, what are you doing in training, Mikel? Like, these players train every single day. Every day they're training, right? Which means they're getting drilled every single day. When you're getting drilled on something day in, day out, you just automatically know it like the back of your hand. But when it comes to the match, it's 11 strangers. I don't see a team. I see 11 strangers, 11 individuals, 11 players who don't know each other. That's what I see. Yeah. And that has to come back to the manager. He's not getting the message across, if indeed there is a message. I'm looking at Steve Round. I'm looking at all the other coaching guys who just, quite frankly, don't have a clue on what they're doing with this club. Yeah? Right? We can't say Mikel Arteta has been dealt a bad hand here. Yeah? He's got a damn good squad there. I don't care what anyone says. He has. He doesn't know what to do with it. Yeah? Doesn't know what to do with it. And this is what I'm saying. He's not the right man. He's been there long enough for us to see something dramatic by now. Or to think, blimey, he's made a difference since he's got in. No, he hasn't. I don't get why Terence says this all the time, trying to blind you guys. You know, like, honestly, I don't get what he's seeing, how he's seeing it. This is a man, by the way, who goes to the games, yeah? Yeah? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Diesel, because like, the atmosphere was brilliant at the Emirates. Well, Arsenal's a lot bigger than 60,000 fans, my friend. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, but it's not just the fans who go to the stadium. It's not just those opinions that count. I don't go. I don't. A lot of you guys in the chat, I guarantee I'd be shocked if we had 10 people in this chat room right now who are season ticket holders. I'd be shocked. The majority of you guys probably live abroad. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? Who wake up at stupid times to watch this crap. Yeah? So when I hear things like that, there's not a problem. What are you talking about? I went to the stadium. It was all fine. Everyone was buzzing. So what about us, though? What about us fans who don't go to the stadium? So what, are we less of a fan because we haven't got the money to, or we can't afford it, or we live abroad? Yeah? Or we have a family that we just can't do it. We can't, you know, what is it? What is it? I mean, like, are we less fans then? Yeah. So to be a proper Arsenal fan, you have to have a season ticket and you have to go every single home game. Yeah. Is that what super fans are? Is that what they are now? You tell me. I might be wrong here. I might be the idiot. If I am, someone in the chat room, please correct me. Yeah. I've never subscribed to that logic. I think it's absolute. It's not even an argument. You know what I mean? It's not an argument. Whether you go to the game or not, you are fans. People could say, you guys who live abroad, who wake up, I mean, I know David Dundas, Randy Viper are just a couple who have to wake up at stupid times, ridiculous times to watch the game, and then you have to go straight to work. I mean, that's just crazy. I wouldn't do that. I'd be shattered. You guys do it. You get served up that dross most weeks, week in, week out, and you still get up at that time to watch. Some people could say you're bigger fans than what we are. You could say you're bigger fans than what the fans are who actually have season tickets who go to the game. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. Terry says he's a real Arsenal fan, but he loves Arteta more than Arsenal Football Club. Of course he does. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, and you guys have heard me say this, right? You guys have heard me say whenever we have our debates on here, right? You don't support Arsenal, you support this man. Yeah, because nothing he does, I've not heard Terence once knock Arteta about anything. Everything Arteta does is perfect. He buys players, they're all perfect, they're all world class. Arsenal lose, it's the players' fault. It's never Arteta's fault. Yeah, Arsenal win, nothing to do with the players. It's all about Arteta. Arteta masterminded that win. Yeah, I've never once heard him knock Arteta. Not once. Which tells me that this manager there must be class. Yeah, must be world class. He just doesn't put a foot wrong. Right? That's blinded. That's blinded. Your first love and your first loyalty should be towards the football club, not the man who manages the club. Yeah, because we all know Arteta ain't going to be there for long. He won't be there for long. Right? We're never going to see the days of Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson ever again. Yeah, managers don't have anywhere near that shelf life nowadays. In the way it is now in modern football. Yeah, so we all know he ain't going to be here long. But while he is here, right? While he is here, how can you watch him and think, yeah, he's doing everything right? He's got rid of players. He's bought players. They're all world class. Yeah, all this. Oh, he's now got his players. So what did he have before then? Right? Arsenal offered him a job. Yeah, he would have sized it up. He would have looked at the squad. He would have been watching from afar. This club, right? He decided to accept the job. He's got to accept what comes with it. I'm sick and tired. It's like, look, it's the same argument I have with people whenever I coat off Aubameyang. Yeah. What do you expect? He's not a captain, no, Diesel. But he's not a captain. It's not his fault. He's just not that way. Well, hang on a minute. When he was offered the captaincy, no one forced him to take it. Yeah, he could have said no. He didn't. He took it. Yeah, it's like a job. Anything. Yeah, anything. You decide, yeah, I want that. You got to accept what comes with that job. I'm sorry. This man's on £6 million a year and we can't knock him. £6 million a year, going from a number 2, right, at Man City to having the golden seat here at the Arsenal, a club like Arsenal. That's his first job. £6 million a year. What was he on there? Nothing near to what he's on right now. And yet we can't knock him. He's so protected. No one can say a bad word about Mikel Arteta. Why? Because he's good looking. Get out of my face, man. Absolute rubbish. These and we was too slow after the 25 minutes and we looked lost. We were lost. We were absolutely lost. Yeah. We were lost. How we did not lose that game, I will never know. And that's another thing, yeah? Look at Lacazette. Lacazette come, and how many times, guys, have I said this to you guys? Lacazette compliments Smith Rowe and Saka and the youngsters so much better than what Aubameyang does. Yeah? Because even though Lacazette is not what you call, he's not a clinical goal scorer, yeah? At least he'll come on and mix it. He'll come on and he'll put a shift in. Yeah? He'll do a day's work. Right? Aubameyang goes missing. Yeah? He played okay against Palace. He ran back. He won the ball back. He put his foot in. Fair play to him. But that's one game. I've seen him game in, game out. He's anonymous. Yeah, we had that with Ozil when he was here. It was like 10 players playing, carrying a passenger. Yeah, that's what we've got now with Aubameyang. I mean, look at the geezer's hairstyle. You can tell you don't take this seriously. Yeah, what kind of hairstyle is that? You're coming onto the pitch at the Emirates looking like that. You want people to respect you and follow you as a leader, as a captain, when you look like an absolute mess. Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. The guy looks ridiculous, right? And he isn't a captain. He isn't a leader, right? I've always said Tierney. The way I'm feeling at the moment, not any of them are worthy of being a captain. Not one of them. Not one of them. Yeah. And that's my feelings and that's my thoughts on this club at the moment. We've not improved. We may have won 3 games on the trot. We haven't improved. We haven't. Yeah, because as soon as fans get excited by one result, right, you can count on Arsenal to let you back down the following week. We just have no consistency, guys. We don't have a plan. I don't know what our playing style is. I still don't know. This man's been here long enough now. Long enough. I don't see what he's trying to do. I really don't. As Terence would say, I don't see the foundations. I just don't see them. Yeah? You know, and every week now, no matter who we play, we could play Norwich again next week. And if I asked all you guys in the chat right now, what do you reckon? Yeah? Not one of you is saying, oh, God, we're going to smash Norwich 3-4-0. It's not even a debate, Diesel. That's non-negotiable. You know, we're just going to... No. Right? All I'm going to get is, I don't know. Norwich. We should win. If we do win, it's probably going to be a 1-0. Do you know what I mean? We're thinking about it. We're having to really think. This is Norwich, the worst team in the league. Yeah? Any team above Norwich is better. Yeah? I'm talking about the worst team in the league currently, right? And even then, if I ask you guys, what's your thoughts on it? We're playing them next week. You have to. No one's straight away. Oh, come on. 3-0, 4-0. We're going to bang them. That is where we are. That's not the Arsenal that I know growing up. Yeah? But that's the Arsenal of today. It's disgusting. JK, big up yourself. Diesel, Terence is yet another nice Arsenal fan. We need more fans like West Ham. Do you know what? I love West Ham fans. I do. I love West Ham fans. I love their fan base. They take no crap. Yeah. When you hear about the protest going, when you hear about when I was trying to get to the Golden Sullivan, not that I encourage violence or anything like that. But you see something like that, they were in the stadium, Golden Sullivan, yeah, and you see the fans showing their disgust at what was currently going on at their club. Yeah, we can have what's his name, Cronky there, Josh. Nothing at all. Edu does an interview how he did, and that interview he did not go down well with a large section of this Arsenal fan base. It didn't go down well because he come across as arrogant, and he come across as, who are we as fans? Who are we to question him on what the plans are for Arsenal? Yeah, and he didn't tell us about, what was it? You know, I'm not interested in top 4. I'm not interested in top 10. Yeah, whether you think that or not, you don't come out and say that. You must have known the backlash you was going to get over that, and yet the very next game, he's there in the stands. He's there. You know, not one bit of worry. If he was at West Ham and he come out with an interview like that, I guarantee you now he would not have been at that game. He would not have been at West Ham's next game. He wouldn't have. He would have let it die down. He probably would have stayed away for a month or 2. See, here at Arsenal, because we're such a nice club and it's all Disney and candy floss and everybody gets on and it's all Care Bears and fluffy dogs and, yeah, that is why. That is why. Because Arsenal fans talk a good game, but when it really comes to it, yeah, they're a load of bottlers. And that's the problem. And do you know what? Fans like Terence, fans like the other 2 I mentioned earlier on, they deserve this crap. They deserve it because in their head, I can't go against this club. I can't speak out on this club. It wouldn't be right. That's not what a true supporter does. No, to them, a true supporter, yeah, bends over week in, week out, year in, year out, yeah, and asks the club, please do me again. And the club will do him again and again and again. And they'll keep bending over and the club will keep giving it to them. They'll keep piping them, yeah? And they're happy with that. And they're the kind of fans, as I said to you earlier on, they're the kind of fans that the Cronkies love, Arteta loves. Fans like that who just take anything you give them. And they don't even moan, they don't wince, they don't cry. They just take and they're happy with it. And they will pay their hard-earned money to get served up dross. They just want to go to the game. They just want to have a beer before the game with all the boys. They just want to have a couple of beers after the game with the boys. It's a day out. As Roy Keane said, you know, the prawn sandwich brigade. That's what it is now in football. That's not just Arsenal. Yeah. But while we've got fans infested in our fan base like that, I expect this club to be anonymous in the next year or two. Because a lot of clubs around us are improving. You know, they're getting better. And we're faltering. Yeah. And it's sad to see, man. It's sad to see. And you know what? I can't even run anymore, to be honest with you. I knew it was coming. It just, whatever. Anyway, let's go to the comments. Daniel Body, my twin. I hope you're good, mate. I've supported Arsenal for nearly 27 years. I remember us winning Premier League titles, not some dinner plate. What all think that's a trophy. It's a charity game. Yep. And we all know, Daniel, don't we? We all know who holds that trophy in high. Well, sorry, we all know who holds that dinner plate in high regards, don't we? My co-host, because he bangs on about it all the time. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is like, you have to watch it. I'm the one who has to sort of like debate with him, and I'll tell you something. When he mentions that charity shield, when he mentions the fact that we won it and Arteta's won 2 trophies, you know, honestly, it sickens me. Sickens me. It really, really gets my goat. That really gets my goat, because someone of your age, he's older than me, by the way. He's about 4 or 5 years older than me. And you're coming to me with that? That's your mentality? A charity shield? Really? Like, anyway. Tony Diesel, Aubameyang is trying to emulate Jorginho with that stupid headband on. Maybe that's why he's crap, restricting blood flow or some shite like that. No, listen, he's done. He's done, Tone. Listen, I said it last season. I was one of very, very few, by the way. Big up to Danny Cook, who's in the chat sometimes, because Danny and me, we spoke about this at length. And he was one of the only other ones, as well as me, who said, do you know what, I'd sell him. I would have sold him. I would not have given him that contract. I would have sold him. Roll the dice. Yeah, and now we're lumbered with him. He ain't going nowhere. Even if we want to sell him in the summer, he will not go nowhere. We haven't learned from the Ozil thing. Yeah, we haven't learned from it, which is a shame, really, because Aubameyang, for me, he's past it. I watch him. He's a shadow of the player he was. A shadow of the player. He doesn't even bust a gut. He doesn't try. He has those chances which normally would have buried a couple of years ago. I see him now. He doesn't have it anymore. He's lost his pace. That was his one attribute. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a stranger in games. He's anonymous. He is so far removed from what I look for in a captain. Yeah. And when I see a player like that as the captain of my football club, it disgusts me. How he still got it is disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's as simple as that. I would have sold him. I do not want him here. I don't rate him. He had his best days with us. He's finished now. He's only 32. Yeah, it's not exactly what you call old either, but he's done. He's done. Yeah, even if we get a new manager in, I don't think that's the lifeline he needs. I genuinely think he's done. Doesn't matter who we get in. I personally think he's done. He is finished. And with every game that goes on, you guys, and I know there's a few of you right now who are hearing this and think, Diesel, do you know what? I agree with 99% of what you say. But the Aubameyang thing, I'm sorry, I disagree. I guarantee you now, just take my word for it. Every time you watch Arsenal play, watch him. Even when he's not on the ball, watch him. He can't be bothered. Yeah, he's there for the money. He's finished. He's finished. He's got no pace anymore. There is nothing to him. He's finished. Needs to go. Big up to Lily Kerr as well in the chat. Evening. Sorry, I'm late to the party. I've been leading a brownie Halloween party. God, blimey, it's Halloween now, isn't it? Lovely to see you. Hope you're good, darling. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Lots of candy. Lots of candy. That's what we like to hear. Aidan Green's in the chat. Big up to Diesel. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. Chris, Diesel, what has he seriously improved? Please, someone tell me. Well, but you ask them this, Chris. You know, you put it on them, and that they don't answer it because they can't. Do you know what I mean? Like they can't. How many times? Listen, how many times, you guys, have I said to Terence, right? Arteta, who has he improved? He can't answer me. How many times have I asked if he was number 2 to Sean Dyche at Burnley, would you have wanted him? He can't answer the question. What? Okay. Why did you want Arteta in the first place? You tell me your reasons for wanting this manager. Because believe it or not, he did want him before he was linked to Arsenal. Terry wanted him. Why? Is it because you sat next to Pep? Yeah? Is it because he's good looking? What is it? Yeah? I reckon I know what it is. It's because a few of the players, Sterling and I think a couple of others, were raving about him. I mean, training, he's really brought my game on and he's made me into the player I am and stuff like that. Yeah. And typical Terence, he's the type of guy who just buy a newspaper, read everything in it and believe it all. Yeah. That's Terence for you. Don't take much to convince him, does it? Yeah. But that's him. That's him. You know, no player is going to coat off their manager or their coach while they're at the club. It's just not going to happen, is it? Yeah. But one or two came out and said he's meant to be really good and he's brought my game on and this, that, the other. And I guarantee you now, that is the reason why he wanted Arteta. And how's that worked out? He wants to dig out Emery and coat Emery off. Emery is levels above this manager. Levels to a point. He even came back last season and mugged him off twice. Not once. Twice. Yeah? And didn't even feel the need to rub it in or a little look, a little smile. Nothing. Job done. Straight down the tunnel. Handled it with class. That is why I will always like Emery. I do not care. I will never coat Emery off. Never coat him off. Arteta's got everything he's wanted here, right? Emery did not get what he wanted. And he still, even with the players he didn't want, he was given players he didn't want. He still did a lot better with this club than what this manager has done. And that is a sign of a good manager. Fact. Right. A few more comments. I'm going to go, people, because I'm starving. JK, got loads of West Ham pals, all proper soldiers that bleed claret and blue. Love West Ham fans, man. Hit those likes. How many likes have we got, guys? Let me know, please. Let me know. AJ, 100 likes. Have we got any more than that? Jez, I think you've messaged me, mate. I'll come back to you as soon as I come off of this, yeah? Well, we've got to sort something out. Definitely got to sort something out. I love listening to you. Do you know what? We had... I'll never forget a stream that Claude did. It was one of my favourite streams, right? He was on it with all the old boys. Kenny was on it. Kenny Ken, big up Kenny. Gunnar Russ was on it. And the other guy, he lives abroad. I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. He had a right good laugh. His laugh was funny. But yeah, I'm going to try and find it. I'd love to get those guys on. Gunnar Russ, if you're watching, I know we speak sometimes on Insta as well. But yeah, listen, mate, I'd love to get you guys on. It'd be nice. I'd love hearing about Arsenal back in the day because for me, it was the romance of it all. Obviously, a lot of it was before my time, but I just love listening to it. But yeah, that was one of my favourite streams. And yeah, when I listen to you, Jez, and you talk about obviously, you know, how it was back then and certain games, you know, in which you went to, and obviously, you know, when you talk about Arsenal from back then, and I hear about the standards, the morals, the work ethic, the ballers we had, the players, you know, proper leaders back then, world-class players, you know, but mainly leaders, you know, players who wore the shirt with pride. It wasn't about money for a lot of them, you know. These now, mercenaries. These players of today could not lace their boots back then, and yet these players of today are walking around and they are multi-millionaires. Yeah, it sickens me. Remember, hit the like button and please subscribe to show your support. Static, I love you, man. Thank you very much. I forgot about the unicorns too. I'm so sorry. Diesel, new show with Jez. Facts with facts. Come on, Jez, I'm ready for you. Jimmy D, these are what are your thoughts on the Newcastle takeover? Do you know what? I've got to say this, right? I've got to say this. I'm really, really pleased for those fans. Because as much as we've suffered over the years, they've suffered. They have suffered hard. And do you know what? I said it before on the previous stream. This was months ago. I look at Newcastle as like a sleeping giant. Yeah. Very similar to us in terms of, I look at it and I just think to myself, do you know what? Everything's in place, right? It's like the Arsenal, yeah? I look at us and I think to myself, do you know what? You look at the stadium. Yes, it's quiet, but it's a beautiful looking stadium, right? It can hold 60,000 and all that, right? You look at the training facilities. You look at how big Arsenal are worldwide, yeah, on a global scale. And I look at it, I think, do you know what? It's all there. This is what winds me up about this club, you know. It's all there. It's just waiting for someone to come along, pick it up and run with it. You know, and that's how I look at it with Arsenal. I look at Newcastle now. Jimmy D. I look at Newcastle and I just think, do you know what? They are a sleeping giant, you know. It just takes someone to go in there and pick up that club. Yeah, because that club, I look at Man City. Newcastle are a bigger club than Man City. If you look at, in terms of, the support alone, I mean, the Newcastle support is absolutely mad. Yeah, with the right owners and the right manager, I don't think it's going to be overnight. Of course, it won't. It won't be overnight. But I'll tell you something. That give it 3-4 years. It wouldn't surprise me if a big manager doesn't go in there straight away. Because any big manager who's got half a brain will want to be the second one in there, not the first. Yeah. So what I think their plan is, they're going to get someone in, and I reckon it might be someone like a Frank Lampard. Someone like a Lampard will go in, start smoothing it out a little bit. Yeah. Get it to a point. And then once he goes, they're going to get that big name in. And I think they'll do well. They got the money behind them. People, and we all know money don't talk, it shouts. So, yeah, listen, they're one to watch out for. At the moment, no, it ain't going to be an overnight thing. But it's something I think we need to keep our eyes on. Yeah. I'd love it if it was us. Unfortunately, it's not. Bamiyang is nothing but a poacher. He offers nothing in general. Yeah, facts, mate. He doesn't. I like his Prada trainers and his Lego hair. Blimey. Is that you, Terence? John Gooner, big up yourself, John. I hope you're well, mate. Football's had it. Newcastle owners telling their fans not to wear chic headgear. FFS. Sad world when we can't laugh anymore. Do you know what, John? That just goes, right? I don't know if you missed it earlier on. See, that is exactly what I'm talking about, right? See, like when I'm saying about the good old days and I miss everything. I miss the nightclubs. Every night. I was having this chat with someone the other day, right? We was talking about young, when we were sort of younger, where did we go out and rave? And I reeled off all these nightclubs, right? So I used to go Romford a lot, yeah? Fifth Avenue in Ilford, yeah? Hollywood's, Time and Envy, Faces, all these places, right? And every single one I named ain't there no more. All closed down, all built, knocked down and built into flats. And I feel so sorry for this generation of youngsters, man, because where do you rave? Like, where do you go? It can't just all be bars and pubs, man. There's got to be some clubs about, but I don't think there are anymore. Yeah. But all those things, everything good always comes to an end. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're in this sort of big corporate PC world now where you've got everything you say, you've got to be so careful that you don't say the wrong thing, and you don't get scrutinized and stuff like that. And if you say it in a harsh way, you might upset someone. And we all know mental health, as real as it is, but it's also the latest buzzword, isn't it? There's a lot of people I know who sort of hiding behind that now. Yeah, it is a thing. But let's not abuse it, yeah? But there's a lot of people now, so as soon as they, it gets on top, that they now lie and say, oh, I've got mental health. And the minute they say those two words, they're left alone. Yeah? And they think, got away with that one. And this is what I'm saying. People abuse it. There's always wrong ones out there, and this is what they do. But We're in a world now where everything that I used to love about life is just being taken away slowly. Yeah, and it's a shame. Emery got sacked on 18 points after 13 games. Diesel. Yep, exactly. Yeah, and this guy's still here. Big up to Loro as well. Hope you're good, mate. Diesel doing Arteta in versus Arteta out stream. Oh God! Do you know what? If we do that, yeah, I'm definitely having Jez on for that. I might even just be the ref because I know Jez is probably going to bury Terence on his own. He don't need me for it. 90% of our fan base. It's like 95% of our fan base have been brainwashed into accepting mediocrity. Wenger single-handedly did this to our weak fan base. And do you know what, JK? Right, I do get a little bit of abuse whenever I talk about Arsene Wenger because how dare I talk about the legend, the great, the only, the one and only Arsene, right? But do you know what? You have to, let's be real. A lot of this is down to him. Let's have that right, guys. A lot of it is down to him. And I can't forgive him for that because it was him who allowed this weak mentality to seep into the fan base. It all started from Arsene Wenger, and over the years, it's got worse and worse and worse. But he is the catalyst for it. That's how I look at it. That's why, as much as he did great things at this club, the bad outweighs the good for me, and I just can't forgive him for it. I can't. I've made up for the Newcastle. I'm made up for the Newcastle fans too. They've suffered for a long time. They need to have a long-term plan. Exactly. Yep. I'm telling you. Watch them. Watch this space. I'm telling you, they will come good. The McChronicle. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you well. Big up Diesel. As far as Newcastle goes, they had Mike Ashley taking advantage of the fans for years. F it. Let them celebrate as hard as they want. Do you know what, right? This is what makes me laugh, right, about a lot of people. It's not even fans. It's people in general. I've seen, since this news come about, I've seen so many comments on social media, right? Slagging off Newcastle, slagging off the fans. What was it the other day? Certain clubs, I think Arsenal, right, was one of them. We demand a meeting to talk about this, What are you talking about, right? Let them have their moment. They've suffered more than us. You know what I mean? Let them have their moment. If those sheiks, right, bought this club, Arsenal, off of the Cronkies, we'd all be jumping for joy. We would all be jumping for joy. There's not one Arsenal fan, right, who would have an issue with it. Yeah. But yet, because it's not happening to us, it's happening to someone else. Yeah. We're going to moan and rant about it. It's not right. It's wrong. It's this. It's that. It's immoral. Get a life. Yeah. Come on. Christ. Idiots. The ladies down at Faces, bro. Oh, mate. Absolute stunners down there, weren't they? Listen, you wanted something, cheap and easy, yeah? Obviously, you go to one of your local clubs. You wanted a bird with a classy bird. Yeah, I'd say that's the place to go. Well, it was the place to go, Faces. Love that gaff. The youth need big F raves like the early 90s. Great times. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. All these places, man. I used to love all these places. Get Jez on that string. Yeah, trust me, I shall be getting him on. Don't worry about that. Diesel, what do you think Arteta has to do to get the sack? Nothing. There's nothing. I don't know, mate. I don't know. He's safe as ours, isn't he? He's safe. He's just there is no. Even when he's on a really bad run, there is just no pressure on this man. There is no pressure on him. I just don't understand it. What has he got to do? He could probably lose 10 games in a row. He'd probably still be here. Aidan, I can't answer it, mate. I don't know. If you'd asked me that last season, I would have had an answer for you. But from what I've seen so far, I just don't know what more this guy has got to do to not even. Do you know, it's not just about getting the sack. It's to have his job to be under threat. He's never been under threat. He's probably the safest manager in this league, bar none. I just don't understand it. But like I said to you before, sentiment runs through this club. Sentiment does. Look at Arsene Wenger. We all knew he should have gone 5 or 6 years before he did. And we missed out on some top-class, stellar managers in the time he was here. But because we were so loyal to him, yeah, I had so many Arsenal fans telling me, how can you want him out? for what he's done for the club, he should be the one to determine when he goes. What? No. Arsene Wenger built the stadium. What? With his own hands? Oh, funny, man. I'll tell you what, I will say this. We have got a lot of Terrences in our fan base. And by that, I mean, we do have a lot of comedians in this fan base. It's an absolute joke. Static, I'm going to go as well, mate. I'm going to join you, bruv, because my steak is calling me. Right, guys, listen. Hear me out, right? I was going to do a stream tomorrow. I can't. I'm meeting someone, right? So I can't do it tomorrow, yeah? But I'm probably going to do one on Friday, yeah? Say about 7. So turn on your notifications and all that sort of stuff. Even if we don't talk about football, even if we just come on here for half hour, we have a bit of banter and we have a laugh. Oh, yeah, by the way, I do want to say this, right? Because you know me, I'm a TV addict, yeah? For anyone who's not watched Squid Game, watch it. It's on Netflix. It's a Chinese thing. I wasn't going to watch it. The only reason I watched it is because I had every single person tell me, "Oh my God, you have to watch this. It's brilliant. You have to watch it. You have to watch it." And I thought to myself, why is everyone raving about this thing? I'm not on about 1 or 2 people. I'm on about loads of people, right? We're basically saying to me, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. You need to watch it. You need to watch it, right? So I thought, I'll give it a go. And I'll tell you what, I can see why. It's really good. So watch that. I'm watching something, a series at the moment. It's called Gold Digger, right? That's really good. I'm right into that. In fact, as soon as I have my dinner, I'm going to go back to watching that. Anyone who's not seen Clickbait yet, what is wrong with you? Go and watch that. I just saw the latest Halloween, the Michael Myers film, and that was absolute crap. So stay away from that. What else? What else is there? Oh yeah. Oh my God, I forget. Right, the series called You, Y-O-U, You, the 3rd season. I've just completed season 3. It is brilliant. Honestly, the guy, I forgot his name now, but the guy who plays the main role, what's his name in it? Oh, what's his name? Someone help me, someone help me, someone help me, someone help me. What's his name? What's his name? Come on. Someone in the chat. Joe, that's it. Shammy D, big up yourself. Thank you very much. Joe, he plays that part to a T. Absolute. He's brilliant. Brilliant. Honestly, he looks like butter wouldn't melt, but on the flip side, he looks like just some stone cold killer, man. Honestly, I swear to God, season 3 was brilliant. Watch it. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I've left you with certain things to watch. Yeah, so go and watch them, and when we're on next, let me know your thoughts. Yeah, Jeff, I might be. Greg, I might be. Okay. Can't say too much. Wrong people could be watching. Be careful, everyone. If you call out a woman Arsenal fan a moron only for fancying Arteta straight on looks, they might call mental health. Yeah, exactly. I've seen. Joe, it's funny you say that. I've actually seen certain comments on Twitter in relation to that, and I just think, do you know what? You like him because he's nice looking. If I say what I'm going to say, I'll probably get struck off this site, this website. So I'll just let it go over my head. But what I do is I either block you or I just mute you. Yeah. Honestly, you do yourselves no favors, girls, when you say stuff like that. But anyway, Tony, yeah, listen, I've missed you, man. I've missed you. Look, I'm back. Listen, I think what puts me off sometimes, and it's hard, obviously, time restraints. It really is hard, guys. I'm not just saying that. But in my head, this is me, every time I do a stream, especially on my own, I always go for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And it occurred to me the other day that, do you know what? I don't always have to go that long when I'm doing a stream. You know, even if I can only do half an hour, I'd rather do that than nothing at all. Yeah, so there will be streams coming up where I won't have the opportunity to go for that long. More to the point, you probably don't want to watch me for that long. But for the ones who do, the 1 or 2, Yeah, it's hard sometimes, man, because when you're doing 2.5, 3 hours, it's just that's your whole night gone. It's your whole night done. And obviously, I've got a young boy that I've got to attend to as well. So, but what I will do is if you guys are okay with sometimes little but often, short and sweet, then do you know what? More than happy to do that, yeah. And there will be occasions when I can do long ones. Because I could chat all down here. I love it, man. I love talking to you guys. Alex Vincenzo, my man Diesel, walk one. Come on, brother. Walk one. Brixton, come on. How's that where you from? Go on. Woohoo. Yes, Diesel. Please be a woman. How are you? You all right? All good? Lovely. Jimmy D, no worries, man. Listen, always here, right? One of the real ones, Jimmy D. I love you, man. Always good to see you guys as well. Nice one, Tone. Thank you very much. JK N5. Come on, bruv. 4-0 primary school. 4-0, yeah? I went Anashire, Barnsbury Road. Don't forget that. Barnsbury Road, Islington. Come on. Yeah? Talk about true Arsenal fans. True Arsenal fans. Come on. But I'm not afraid to call these guys out. Shammy Day Diesel, where is good for a night out in London apart from Shoreditch? Oh. I'll tell you what. Shammy, go down if you go to the Angel, right? Islington, yeah? Lovely bars down there, man. Really nice bars. Lovely restaurants as well. Nightclub wise, I don't really know many anymore, man. A lot of the ones I used to go to, they're just not there anymore. I do think London is overrated. Mind you, it depends on where you go, but I just think it's a bit overrated. I've always preferred a local thing. But yeah, I'd suggest going down here. Shoreditch is the new in place now, isn't it? That's where everyone's going. But the Angel is really good for bars and restaurants, man. So try that. Some lovely birds as well down there as well. If you're looking for that, that's the place to go and get it, mate. See, Danny Cook, I mentioned you earlier on, Danny, about Aubameyang. See, Danny's ears were burning and he's here. Big up yourself, Dan. That'd be good, mate. That'd be good. Nice one, Greg. Thank you very much, mate. You can't do half an hour shows. You get carried away. It's all appreciated. Whatever. I know. Do you know what? Even now, I thought, you know what? I'm only going to do an hour. So I'm literally starving, right? I've eaten nothing all day. But when I get going, I get going. Do you know what I'm saying? Poor cow. I know what you're thinking. So yeah, lovely. Jeff Cross, big up. Woohoo. I love it. Woohoo. CG, hope you're good, mate. Love you. I've got to read this out. Right, my wife won't let me watch anything that includes sex, drugs, or rock and roll, so I just watch Grand Designs and The Modern Family non-stop. Woman. Listen, eventually this woman must leave your house. So when she does, that's when the good stuff's got to come out. So yeah, crack it open, JK. As soon as she leaves, mate, that's what I'll be doing. Let's be honest, right? If anyone who's got a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, right? You know, the minute she says I'm going away for the weekend or whatever, and you're staying at home on your own, the minute she leaves that door, we all know the first thing that we do as men. Let's be honest, it's true, isn't it? I'm not going to say what it is. We all know what it is, but yeah, there's lovely ladies like Zoe Thomas watching. I don't want to sort of give her the wrong idea about me. She probably thinks I'm a saint. I don't want her to, realise the true me. She probably already does. Max Onley, thank you, mate. Team Diesel till I die. Big up. Love it. Oh, God, we are at me. Sorry, Mike. What's today? Wednesday, isn't it? Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Sorry, my mistake. I will do that. No worries. Thank you very much. Sorry. Thanks for reminding me. Fake taxi. Oh, come on. I prefer backroom casting couch. So I've heard it's good. I don't know. But right, I'm going. Latest, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please smash the likes and please subscribe. Let's get this channel going again. It has stalled. It's no one's fault but ours. I'm not going to lie. I've always been honest with you guys. It is our fault. But you know what? We need to get it going again. And do you know what? Why not? Because we do have a laugh on it, don't we? So do you know what? Sod it. Subscribe, smash the likes, and you will see this boat race very, very soon. See you later. Love yous. I'll take her out. Kiss, kiss. Love you long time.